I found Rome a city of bricks and left it a city of marble.
Augustus.
More than 2,000 years ago, on the banks of the Tiber River, a small settlement began a journey that would change the course of human history forever. That settlement was Rome. From humble beginnings, Rome would rise to become one of the largest and most powerful empires the world has ever seen. Its armies conquered vast lands, its engineers built wonders that still stand today, and its ideas shaped civilizations for centuries. According to Roman legend, Rome was founded in 753 BCE by twin brothers Romulus and Remus. Raised by a she-wolf, the brothers dreamed of building a great city. Although historians view this story as a myth, it became an important part of Roman identity. Over time, Rome grew from a small collection of villages into a thriving city-state. Fortune favors the bold. Ancient Romans saying, "The Romans were certainly bold." After establishing a republic in 509 BCE, Rome began expanding across the Italian peninsula. Through military skill, discipline, and strategic alliances, Rome steadily increased its power. Every victory brought new territory, resources, and influence. The Roman Republic became one of the strongest states in the Mediterranean world. One of Rome's greatest challenges came from Carthage, a wealthy and powerful city in North Africa. The two rivals fought a series of conflicts known as the Punic Wars. During the Second Punic War, the brilliant general Hannibal crossed the Alps with an army that included war elephants, shocking the Roman world. Despite suffering devastating defeats, Rome refused to surrender. Eventually, the Romans emerged victorious, destroying Carthage and becoming the dominant power in the Western Mediterranean. The harder the conflict, the greater the triumph. With Carthage defeated, Roman armies expanded in every direction. They conquered Greece, Egypt, parts of the Middle East, and much of Europe. Wealth poured into Rome, but success also brought problems. Political rivalries grew more intense, and powerful generals began competing for control of the Republic. One of these generals was Julius Caesar. Caesar became famous for his military campaigns in Gaul, where he expanded Roman territory and earned the loyalty of his soldiers. His victories made him one of the most influential men in Rome.
Veni, vidi, vici.
I came, I saw, I conquered. In 49 BCE, Caesar crossed the Rubicon River with his army, an act that triggered civil war. After defeating his enemies, he became dictator of Rome. However, many senators feared his growing power. On March 15, 44 BCE, a group of conspirators assassinated Caesar inside the Senate. His death plunged Rome into chaos. Years of conflict followed until Caesar's adopted son, Augustus, emerged victorious. In 27 BCE, Augustus became Rome's first emperor, marking the beginning of the Roman Empire. I found Rome a city of bricks and left it a city of marble. Under Augustus, Rome entered a golden age known as the Pax Romana or Roman peace. For more than 2 centuries, the empire experienced stability, economic growth, and cultural development. Trade flourished across thousands of kilometers. Ships carried goods across the Mediterranean, while roads connected distant provinces to the heart of the empire. Rome was not built in a day. The Romans became legendary builders. They constructed roads, aqueducts, bridges, temples, and cities throughout their vast empire. Roman roads stretched for tens of thousands of kilometers, allowing armies, merchants, and travelers to move efficiently. Aqueducts supplied cities with fresh water, while public baths, forums, and theaters improved daily life. At its peak, the Roman Empire stretched across 3 continents. It ruled territories from Britain in the north to Egypt in the south, and from Spain in the west to the Middle East in the east. More than 60 million people lived under Roman rule. Despite differences in language and culture, Roman laws and institutions helped unite this enormous empire. If you want peace, prepare for war. Vegetius, the Roman military was the backbone of imperial power. Roman legions were famous for their discipline, training, and organization. Soldiers marched across deserts, mountains, and forests, defending the empire's borders and expanding its territory. Their engineering skills allowed them to build roads, bridges, forts, and siege machines wherever they traveled. Roman society was equally impressive. Cities bustled with activity as merchants, craftsmen, politicians, and citizens went about their daily lives. Wealthy Romans enjoyed luxurious villas and public celebrations, while ordinary citizens worked in markets, farms, and workshops. Public baths served as centers of social life, where people gathered to relax, exercise, and discuss politics. Bread and circuses. Juvenile entertainment was a major part of Roman culture. The most famous venue was the magnificent Colosseum. Completed in the 1st century CE, it could hold tens of thousands of spectators. Gladiator contests, animal hunts, and grand spectacles attracted huge crowds eager for excitement. Religion also evolved throughout Roman history. The Romans worshipped many gods and goddesses, including Jupiter, Mars, and Venus. Over time, however, a new religion began spreading through the empire, Christianity. Despite periods of persecution, Christianity continued to grow. In the 4th century, Emperor Constantine the Great embraced Christianity, helping transform it into one of the world's major religions. Yet even the mightiest empires faced challenges. An empire founded by war must maintain itself by war. As centuries passed, Rome struggled with economic difficulties, political corruption, civil wars, and leadership crises. Emperors rose and fell rapidly. The empire's borders became increasingly difficult to defend. To improve administration, Rome was divided into eastern and western halves. Meanwhile, waves of invaders pressed against Roman frontiers. Groups such as the Visigoths, Vandals, and Huns entered Roman territory. In 410 CE, Rome itself was sacked by the Visigoths, shocking the ancient world. The once invincible empire was showing signs of collapse. A kingdom founded on injustice never lasts. Lucius Annaeus Seneca. Finally, in 476 CE, the last emperor of the Western Roman Empire was removed from power. Historians traditionally mark this event as the fall of the Western Roman Empire. Although the Eastern Roman Empire, later known as the Byzantine Empire, survived for nearly another 1,000 years, the age of imperial Rome in the West had come to an end. Yet Rome's story did not end with its fall. Roman law influenced modern legal systems. Latin evolved into several modern languages, including Spanish, French, Italian, Portuguese, and Romanian. Roman architecture inspired generations of builders. Roman ideas about government, citizenship, and engineering continue to influence the world today. While we teach, we learn. Lucius Annaeus Seneca. The Roman Empire was more than a collection of territories. It was a civilization that transformed the ancient world and left a legacy that still surrounds us. Its roads connected continents, its laws shaped nations, and its achievements continue to inspire humanity. The empire may have fallen, but Rome itself never truly disappeared. More than 15 centuries later, the legacy of Rome lives on, reminding us of the extraordinary heights that human ambition, determination, and innovation can achieve.